Hey house guests, welcome to today's Big Brother 16 updates and spoilers. Our house guest of the day is Zach Brown. I'm sure you get this all the time. Are you part of a band? But anyway, thank you so much for watching the videos. I'm glad you enjoy them. And if you want to be house guest of the day like Zach, send me a private message on YouTube. So, I want to start off today's spoiler with a little segment I like to call Getting to Know You. Cody edition. So, as we already found out on the live show, or not the live show, but the show, Cody really likes Zac Efron, or as I like to call him, Zephron. Zac Efron is the reason that he started wearing skinny jeans. He just loves him. So anyway, Cody also pees sitting down. He always has and he always will. And his dad does that, his brother does that, because his mom gets really pissed when they make a mess. So, also, Cody wears deodorant on his feet. That seems really weird and, like, gross. But anyway, a quick fact about the house as a whole. None of these people know where Amsterdam is. They don't even know if it's a city or a country. People, it's in the Netherlands. Come on. Alright, so moving on, Big Brother told the house guests, I guess it was like in the afternoon, that they're going to get booze later on. So there was a sudden buzz of excitement all around the house, and the girls were like, let's all dress up. And the guys were like, maybe. So most of the girls got dressed up, and some of the guys did too, while they were waiting for their alcohol. Brittany was continuing on her campaign trail. She talked to Caleb. She was like, if Donnie wins HOH, she's gonna nominate you and Amber. No, I don't think so, but she's spreading that around. To Caleb anyway. She changes it every time she talks to somebody different. But Caleb is like, yeah, Amber and I want you to stay, but we're gonna have to vote with the house. Of course. I love how he also has to speak for Amber. She talked to Hayden, and Brittany's like, yeah, I'm not going after you or Nicole. Again, this is something that she changes depending on who she's talking to. And she's like, yeah, Donnie's a bigger threat than me. So she's kind of like really starting to throw Donnie under the bus, and I don't like it. She talked to Zach, and this was like the best thing ever. Zach was like, yeah, no one wants to go against the house, so I think you should probably call a house meeting, get everyone together, ask them how they're all voting, so it's all out there. Zach! Yeah, he knows exactly what he's doing. Brittany's like, isn't that kind of like a bad idea to call a house meeting? And Zach was, he's just like, no, like, it's only gonna help you. It's not gonna hurt you at all. Seriously, just like, ask everyone how they're voting, and then they'll all vote to keep you. That's so bad. So let's take a break from that and talk about Caleb for a minute. He needs to calm down. He is back to being in love with Amber again, as if he never stopped. So here's some ridiculous things. He was jealous of Frankie kissing Amber on the lips yesterday. It was like just like a little joke thing, whatever. And he's like, oh, you're kissing my girlfriend. Also with kissing, I'm pretty sure that he kissed Amber on, I guess it was like the forehead or something, while she was asleep the other day. That's really weird. Caleb was supposedly nursing a tweaked ACL. Everyone called BS on that because he was like walking around on it. He was still running. Yeah. But anyway, the pickle thing came up again. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably watch yesterday's spoiler just to like refresh your memory, the whole pickle situation. Well, he said that now he wants to request a whole jar of pickles for him to eat in front of Amber so that she can spend her whole life with him. Oh my god! So all of this craziness is happening, and then Amber goes up to the HOH and asks Cody to be her date for the night. Oh my gosh. And Cody's like, yeah, I can't do that because someone will rip me apart. I think we all know who that is. So the guys were really drooling over the girls last night, especially Amber, Brittany, and Victoria. And Caleb was like, oh, I see Amber really likes those 4-inch heels. Well, when we're outside of the house, she's not allowed to wear those because she's going to be taller than me. Oh my gosh. Don't worry, it's gonna get better. So let's talk about strategy a little more. So Zach goes and tells Cody, Frankie, and Caleb about his conversation with Brittany, how he told her that she should call a house meeting, and Cody's like, what the fuck are you doing? He was so pissed. And Zach was like, well, I'm just trying to keep your skills sharp. That was hilarious. But seriously, Cody and Frankie were really annoyed. They feel like Zach is messing up their games, and he kind of is. He has the tendency to just like go off the walls and say crazy stuff before thinking about the consequences. So Zach apologizes. He didn't realize that it could really mess up their games if Donnie found out about this. So he's like, guys, I just get bored and I like to mix things up. So Zach goes and talks to Brittany, and he's like, yeah, maybe you shouldn't call this house meeting. That was a stupid idea anyway. And Brittany was like, yeah. So it's time for the alcohol. Yeah, it arrived. They got 2 bottles of wine and 16 beers. Wow, Big Brother must think that they are a really boring cast because they don't usually get that much, so that's saying something. But Caleb wants to take this opportunity to set up a special date for him and Amber. No, stop. Don't do it, Caleb. So he gets Nicole in on it. He's like, Nicole, please go distract Amber for a few minutes while I set things up in the backyard. So Nicole takes this opportunity to go ahead and warn Amber of the impending doom. She's like, Caleb is out there doing something right now. I don't know exactly what's going on, but he's trying to get all romantical. And Amber's just like, Alright, so Caleb Caleb asks Amber in front of everyone to join him on this date. So she's just like, fine. Oh, that's not something you want to hear when you ask someone on a date. So I guess he like set up 2 chairs in the backyard. I don't know what took so long, but the whole thing was just like awful. Amber kept saying, oh, Caleb, you never give up. Those Kentucky boys never give up. So there was just like too much to talk about on this date. If you guys have the feeds, you should probably flash back because it's that insane. So Caleb was like, once we get out of here, you can tell me how you really feel. And Amber was like, I've been straight up this whole time. And it just kept getting even more ridiculous like as it went on. This went on for like an hour. I'm not kidding, an hour. So right at the end he was like, yeah, I went in the diary room and I asked Big Brother to book 2 tickets on a like 4-day, 5-night cruise, or 5-day, 4-night cruise with the $5,000 that I won in the POV. She was like, I've only known you for like 33 days, so it's too soon for that. But then it finally broke up. Seriously though, this date dragged on for an hour while everyone else was just having like the best time. Victoria was super tipsy, possibly drunk, just like doing laundry because that's what you do. So Zach was totally into it. She was wearing like this leather outfit or whatever. He was like, you look good tonight. And then he said, what are the chances of us going on a date after the show? And Victoria was like, I don't know, you'd have to apologize to my parents first for all the crap that you said about me. And then Zach was like, so 0. It was really funny. I'm not doing it justice. But sorry, Zach. Victoria is too busy crushing on Frankie's straight character, Frank. I'm not kidding. So she was like hoping that she could get a few smooches in with Frank, and then he went in the house and kissed her, but then right after he kissed Brittany, and it was just like crazy. Poor Donnie seemed so uncomfortable and out of place the whole night. I don't know if he said like 5 words the whole night. He was just sitting there like, he's not a drinker, he's not a partier, he just wants to watch his Bravo shows. But yeah, after all that craziness of last night, not much going on today. It's eviction eve. Brittany is still campaigning quite a bit, but you know what? It looks like she's, I would say 99% going home. I really don't see her staying. But on a sad note, outside of the house news, Frankie's grandfather passed away last night after a battle with cancer. So that's pretty sad. I feel bad. And it doesn't seem like Frankie knows yet. I don't know if they're going to tell him. But I did see that his sister, Ariana, was like, oh, we asked him, their grandfather, I guess it was like a few weeks ago or something, or a few days ago, if he wanted Frankie to be pulled out of the game to be with him. And he said, no, I want him to stay and play. So I don't know if the family wants Big Brother to tell Frankie or not. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just like a very situation. I'm sure Frankie knew going into this that his grandfather was very ill. I feel like he's talked about that before. So I wouldn't be surprised if they had like set something up already and kind of like said their goodbyes just in case. I don't know. But like I said, it's, you know, who are we to judge what's going on? So I really wish the best for their whole family, and that's all I've got. So let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll see you tomorrow for eviction day. And until then, much love.
Edit.